Okay, so coming in the gate to our left, we have Swiss chard and Charleston gray watermelon in containers. I have one in a plastic crate that's food safe, and I have another one in a grow bag. It's either Vivo Sun or Honest Outfitters. I'm pretty sure that's the brand. They are both doing pretty well, actually. They're starting to take off now since the temperatures are staying above 70 plus degrees. So I can't wait to see what the outcome is for these two plants. And then to my left, I purchased 2 grapevines from Walmart, actually. They're doing okay. They're not doing the best, but we'll see how they do. All right. And then straight ahead, I have in the container on the left, I have a honeydew melon plant that's going to crawl over the top and just go across the ground. And then in the middle, I have ginger root. And in the right container, I have a whole bunch of cantaloupe plants, which it might be overplanting, and I might thin them out pretty soon. I was just trying to make sure that they were going to make it up until we got the right temperature outside. All right. And then I have 2 tables down here. I've actually rearranged things in the past couple days because it seemed to be a little too crowded, and I need my plants to be able to breathe and let air flow through it. So up top, I have 2, 4, 6, 8 5-gallon bags from, let's see, these are Vivo Sun brand, and they're pretty thick containers. I'll do a separate video on how they do for this summer and how they held up and how well my plants did in this container. But so far I have been harvesting a bunch of leaves off here, and they're still doing pretty good. I also have drip irrigation in here that runs every other afternoon, unless I don't think they need it, or if it rains, I'll postpone it to a day or so later. Up in the top, beside the collard greens, I have eggplant in the front, and then I have more Swiss chard in that container. Then in the back, I have cucumbers that will trellis over this trellis. They're doing pretty good. I have a lot of flowers, as you can see, and they're starting to grab onto the trellis. Training them to go up the trellis, so that's an everyday task. And down on the bottom row, I have more eggplant. I have the regular eggplant, and then I have I think it's the Japanese Ichabod eggplant. That's the long slender kind. And here I have a basil mixed with a bell pepper plant. It's going to be colored bell pepper. I'm not sure what color it's going to be. Maybe it's a variety of them that comes on there. Not sure yet, but we'll see as the months go on. And then I also have more bell pepper in these 2 containers. All right. Moving across here, I have more Swiss chard that I need to harvest because it's getting pretty big. And I have more watermelon, which I have different varieties in here. I'm just trying this out just to see how well it survives all in one container. And I know I'm going to have to keep the nutrients and the minerals up so they can survive all in there together. They seem to be doing okay so far, and I might weed out some of them, but we'll see. In there I have Sugar Baby, All Sweet, Congo, and Jubilee. That's from left to right. And then this table, I have tomato plants. I have my little blackberry plant in that little container there. On this bottom row, it's just primarily tomato plants. Roma tomatoes, beefsteak, and Gardener's Delight, which is a mini cherry tomato. Up top here, I have my beans, my pole beans, which are climbing up the trellis beautifully. And I hope it fills it in pretty well. I have 2 different varieties of beans growing. I can't give you the name right now because it has slipped my mind, but I will mention these in another video and do another update. But I'm already getting flowers on these. Let's see. I'm not sure if you can see the flowers, but I'm getting flowers on them, so they're doing pretty well. They're green and they look very healthy. And I have more Swiss chard back there in those 2 containers. Let's walk over here to my strawberry table. It's not a strawberry tower, it's just a table stacked. Call it what you want. But overall, they look great. And I have some strawberries already. I've already picked some as well, and they are delicious. And I can't wait till the rest of them turn red so we can have some more strawberries. I have a net over here because the birds like the strawberries as much as we do. And I have more strawberry plants in these containers. They are covered as well because of the birds. Here on this table, I have more tomato plants. I have so many tomato and bell pepper plants because I'm planning on canning and making pepper jellies out of my peppers and who knows what with my tomatoes. I have more watermelon here. These are a different variety. These are Jubilee watermelon that I purchased from either Home Depot or Lowe's. A lot of my tomato plants here already have flowers, and some of them already have fruit set, which I'm very excited about. So we'll see what happens. More bell pepper plant. This is supposed to be the giant bell pepper. And these are, let's see, what do I have here? Are my jalapeno bell pepper plants. Here I have 4 containers of onions. I have 2 red and 2 Walla Walla onions. I'm probably going to thin these out as the summer progresses so that they can grow as big as they possibly can. The ones that I do pull out, I'm going to use for cooking with my vegan recipes. And I have more items over here. I have kale growing, which I've cut back. I have winter squash there, okra in the middle, and I have lettuce in the last bin. All of these are covered. I have cats, and the cats, of course, everybody knows, loves to be in dirt and use the bathroom. So that's one way to prevent that. Here, I have more squash and zucchini plants mixed in with more tomato plants. And let me get closer to show you what we have.